Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin's channel. Guys, I got a really good article that was sent to me 3 times today from 3 different people, and I want to thank them for it. 2 in 5 indebted Canadians don't ever accept to escape debt, says survey. Imagine being in a permanent debt or debt invisible handcuffs, the state of mind imprisoned. It's more of the state of mind and your thoughts and how it's gripping you. How is debt gripping some people? Is it causing madness, or are some people just oblivious and don't care? Oh, I'll pay it back eventually one day. I'm still young. But is it holding and hindering people's lives? It sure is. 2 in 5 indebted Canadians don't ever expect to escape debt, says survey. So this is an older article from like 8 days ago. 10 days ago. 2 in 5 indebted Canadians don't expect to escape debt in their lifetime, says survey. The Manulife Bank of Canada debt survey released Friday also found that 94% of respondents agreed that the average household has too much debt, while 67% of those in debt assume everyone else is as well. So they're kind of looking at it through assumption. Assumption is good when you got solid numbers backing you, like actual credit, analyzed numbers, or credit, or like Equifax or the big credit companies sending in numbers. So someone could audit through the numbers to kind of get a percentage ratio and kind of single out different areas in debt load and debt structure too, right? You got blended, you got revolving rates, you got unsecured, secured, you got all kinds going on, right? You got stuff that's scheduled to be paid in 3 years, you got stuff that's scheduled to be paid in 5, right? And then it's hindering your revolving debt and your blended debt and credit cards to be paid down faster. So it's interesting the way it's just the way they figured this out. The spending to income ratio is trending. Nearly 45% of Canadians said their spending increasing faster than their income. That's true. Because people aren't making enough. Wages haven't moved in about 37 years, if you want to get really technical. And in 1972, Richard Milhouse Nixon removed America off the gold standard, and that kind of started a bit. They should have moved to the silver standard, because in 1963, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the second youngest president of the United States, Catholic Irish president, basically stated that it's best that we go behind a silver standard, because it would add some monetary to our money and make it more attractive for investors and speculators to invest in our money, knowing that it's backed by silver, like the pound sterling. Pound sterling was backed by sterling silver. Anyways, that's up from 33%, he said. So in the spring, just 12% of respondents noted that their income is growing faster than their spending. There is a financial wellness crisis, and it's affecting Canadians of all demographics, said Rick Lunny, President and CEO of Manulife Bank. More than half of 55% of Canadians reported considerable non-mortgage debt. Non-mortgage, so this is all unsecured. Up 9% points from the spring survey. 60% say they have credit cards carrying a balance, from 48% in the spring. The online survey was conducted amid growing concerns about the country's high level of consumer indebtedness, and total debt per consumer surged 71,009. What? Whoa. Okay, whoa. The online survey was conducted amid growing concerns about the country's high level of consumer indebtedness, and total debt per consumer surged to 71,979 in the second quarter, from about $57,000 5 years earlier, according to the credit monitoring service Equifax. Good. This is Equifax. This is what we want. We want Equifax to actually weigh in on this, because Equifax who will be making or giving concrete numbers that could be or should be at any time audited, right? To give us good numbers. Baby boomers appear to be in better financial shape than their younger generation X and millennial counterparts. 60% of baby boomers surveyed said they are better off financially than their parents were at the same age, compared to with just under half, 49% of Gen X's and millennials. Generation X, that's the generation I'm in, guys, which believes it has the most debt, saves at the least, and its after-tax income, and is most likely to report that spending is outpacing income. It is also a most skeptical about ever being debt-free in its lifetime, according to the survey. Millennials are also struggling, but are more likely to indicate that their income is increasing faster than spending. Technology is also helping them more than for older cohorts, who said it has helped them to manage their debts, compared with just 1 in 3 Gen X's and baby boomers. So that's a huge gap right there. But hold on a sec. We're entering the debt load normalization. We're being massaged into believing that debt it's okay to be in debt. Younger generations can handle debt better than the older generations. It's okay to be in debt. It's normal. Hey, you want to go buy a microwave? Go apply for financing. You don't have to pay for a year or a fridge. That's what's been happening, and that's what keeps me up at night, because I have small children. I don't want them to be bought into the status quo of what is normality, when it's really not normality to put yourself into huge amount of debt. The online poll conducted on September 2026 surveyed 2,001 Canadians in all provinces ages 20 to 69 with household income of more than 40 large. Internet-based surveys cannot be assigned a margin of error because online polls are not considered random staples. So this is kind of good. It's kind of it was published on November 22nd, so that's today's date. So it was published on November 22nd. I thought it was from last week, this article, but I was wrong. So basically what's been happening is Equifax now is actually weighing in, because we're getting these incredible job numbers in Canada, phenomenal jobs, when realistically we're not, and they're all public sector jobs, they're not private. So who's funding the public sector when the private sector is falling fast, like London bridges? Very interesting, guys. Guys, remember I kept telling you guys, get a TDS calculator. They're free online. Calculate your total debt service ratio and your CGS, and find out where you're at when it comes to buying food. Find out where you're at if you want to spend money on something that you desperately need. See if you could realistically afford it. Start setting up a way to start repaying your debt back. Start setting up a way to start consolidating with people that understand and that have been in debt, that have basically escaped modern day slavery. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Invisible handcuffs, are they real? Is modern day a new, modern day debt? Wow, we used to build wealth. Now all we're talking about is creating debt and getting more and more entrenched. Comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.